Dykstal.
Dykstal. And we have Noah Dezzuto, who's a young writer that, while nice, can be enormously scary. He's dating Miranda Graves.
I know.
And Whitnell S. Marwood, a young actor with a panache for whiskey and being not such a nice guy, played by Miranda Graves, a guitarist who is dating Noah, and insomniac who is easily angered. And Ellicott, Noah, Whitnell, and Miranda's other roommate. Some sort of mad scientist who frequently rocks around wearing a lab coat covered in what appears to be blood. That's me! Scene 1. You guys can come up. I think it should be on this side. Me? Yeah. You love this side. We are in an apartment with 2 doors in the upper stage wall, one on stage left and one on stage right. The apartment itself is middle class, not too fancy and not a pigsty. The only furniture in the room is a couch and a recliner, both occupied. Lying on the couch, fully dressed and with a throw blanket to cover him, is Whitnell Marwood. He's staring up at the ceiling as if he's trying to vaporize it, using nothing but intense hatred.
Audio journal number 1. The time is 8:25. It has been 3 hours since I accidentally woke up. I am extremely frustrated, which is unusual since I enjoy doing nothing. Well, maybe I should start the day now.
Whitnell rolls off of the couch, grunting as he hits the floor. He stands up, collected after 5 seconds on the ground. He looks around the room and rests his eyes upon the recliner. He sees, sleeping under a throw blanket, Noah Dezzuto and Miranda Graves. He glares at him the same way he does at the ceiling.
Cussing tossers, sleeping while I suffer the boredom of being awake. They'll get up if I have anything to say about it.
He inches near the recliner.
Still, if I shake them, Miranda might very well chop my arm off.
Whitnell begins to search around the room, looking for something to wake them up from a distance. Whitnell, after about 10 seconds, finds a pair of cymbals. He takes them in his hands and grins deviously.
Awaken!
What?
Whitnell? Did you bang those cymbals?
Yes.
Bad move, Whitnell.
Why?
You were sleeping in, and you would have missed another day of doing nothing, and that would have been boring.
I hadn't had any sleep for a week. I only got to sleep for 12 hours, and you just had to go and pull your little stunt.
Yes, yes. How does this relate to me?
Miranda throws the pencil at Whitnell, who dodges it and snakes around Miranda, knocking her to the ground.
It's going to be one of those days, isn't it?
Silence! I just realized this is the first time I've won against you in a fight, and it feels great, like I can do anything now. Yes, anything!
Whitnell, calm down.
Yes, yes! Who knows what I can do with this new freedom? Maybe I can get a real room instead of this couch.
Whitnell, stop. Besides, you asked to have the couch.
Soon it will be all mine. Mine! I can get rid of Noah's second novel manuscript and destroy Miranda's single.
Whitnell, stop.
Whitnell freezes in his tracks. Miranda looks up, as scared as Whitnell.
Now, none of us are going to get anywhere with our lives if we keep arguing like this. So let's call a truce. Deal?
Whitnell and Miranda grumble their consent.
Okay, then. Glad we could work that out.
Miranda and Whitnell glare at each other.
Guys.
Miranda and Whitnell glare at Noah, who glares back. For a few beats, we are in a Mexican standoff, practically until one of the doors on stage right opens, and out steps Ellicott, the 4th roommate. He's holding an iPod in his left hand and a disgusting-looking drink in his right.
Right. And then your single just got put on iTunes, so I put it on your iPod. Don't freak it.
Miranda runs and grabs the iPod, then nods furiously. Ellicott takes his cue and leaves.
Jerk. Hoarding our MP3 players away and putting weird crap on them.
Ellicott puts good stuff on there. He only keeps your iPod away because you set your last one on fire.
No, it's weird crap. Besides, that was an accident. How long have you been there?
I came out the second you finished talking, which was about 30 seconds ago. So it must have been.
Never mind, you answered my question.
So you do know I leave this room. You just never see me around.
He has a point. You leave your room less than he does. Ellicott's at work all the time, and you,
Drink whiskey and watch TV?
yeah.
I do more than that. I look for acting jobs and answer casting calls and whatnot.
From the internet, you mean? In between YouTube and scouring pictures of Christina Hendricks.
You leave Christina Hendricks out of this.
I would if you stopped using my laptop.
You let Noah use your laptop.
Yeah, but that's because Noah's a writer, and he doesn't have his own computer yet.
Still, he's hardly ever on it. I doubt he's even been writing any of that second novel he's been talking about.
Hey, I've been writing
Oh yeah? What's the title?
Before Night Falls.
Hey, I wrote a song called Before Night Falls. It's the song on the single.
Really? Weird.
Wait a second. If both of you have something called Before Night Falls, then that means one of you hasn't done anything.
That's so ridiculous I can't even talk.
It's so simple. One of you heard from the other that their song or novel was called Before Night Falls and decided to use the title as fake evidence that you were doing something. One of you hasn't been working.
But with Noel, you've heard the single. You know I've been working.
Oh, I've heard the single. We all have. So that means, Noah, you haven't written anything. Ellicott, I need to borrow your laptop.
Why?
No time for that.
Withnail snatches the laptop out of Ellicott's hands, heads to a small coffee table in front of the couch, and boots up the laptop.
Okay, let's see. Open Microsoft Word.
With no, this isn't funny anymore.
Hush! Let's see. Before Night Falls. All I see is the title page, the dedication, and the copyright. Just as I thought. You slacker, you didn't do anything.
Yes, I can't think of anything.
It's been an entire year since that first novel of yours, what was it called? Oh yes, House of Cards, was published. A year, and nothing you could use for a novel. Have you even written anything?
I've written some short stories.
How many?
6.
6 short stories over 1 year. A short story every 2 months. Some people write a short story every day. You disgust me.
Someone who hasn't had a part in anything for 4 months is complaining I'm not productive.
Unlike you, I can get a job anytime I want.
Prove it.
All right then, there's 3 casting calls going on today. I will go to all 3, and I bet you I can get at least 2 parts.
In the meantime, I'll stay here and I can have more success than you will today.
So, how about if we say 20 pages equals 1 part? If I get more parts than you write pages by 8 p.m., I win, and vice versa. I win, I get use of your PS2 and all its games for the rest of the year. You win, and you can decide for yourself what you want.
Agreed.
The two shake hands. As Withnail heads to exit, Miranda goes to follow him.
I'm going with you to make sure you don't cheat.
That's understandable.
Points to Ellicott, who hasn't left after giving a laptop to Withnail.
You! Make sure Noah doesn't cheat as well.
Ellicott sits next to Noah as Noah begins to type. Withnail and Miranda exit, lights down.